first time I found group fitness is when I realized that working out is more than just like how you look. It's about that community aspect of it, and more so of what it can do in your life in those other areas. Community has always been our number one. That was our initial thing of like bringing out that inner athlete, no matter if you are a professional athlete, if you were a high school athlete, or if you've never worked out in your life, and having that community aspect all tie into it.
The best is yet to come is what we've always said all along the way. Is just, you know, whether you're in a good place or a bad place today, it's like your best days are still in your future. So.
Yeah. So for both of us, we've been active our entire lives. I focused on dance and track growing up mostly. He focused on baseball. So fitness has really just been a part of our life really since I can ever remember. One really cool thing about me is I literally knew I wanted to open my own studio since I was 12 years old. At that time, I wanted it to be a dance studio, but as I got older and found the gym, I just knew that fitness is like where I belong.
Like you said, I grew up playing sports all my life, baseball, basketball, football. Once I got into high school, collegiate level, my focus was definitely in the baseball. I was lucky enough to play college. That led me to an all business school, which led me to studying finance and economics. After that, it brought me to the trading world, which was Chicago, and that ultimately is where my journey began. I met Nikki there in Chicago, and that's the beginning of BODI.
Like, you know, me or being a professional baseball player, like what
I won the lottery on that one. The timeline kind of for BODI is we would vacation down to Scottsdale all the time, and it was something that we just fell in love with that city, and we just knew it's like that vibe is what we wanted for BODI. So we got to a point where we come down here, and then we met with the realtor, and then it was, 3 months back and forth with that before we finally just decided to do it and signed the papers and moved. So the first space we looked at when we were committing to it, it was an old CrossFit gym actually. And we didn't know anyone, we were just hoping anyone would show up the first day to begin with.
Yeah,
so.
At that time, like I was the only front desk person, the janitor, he would janitor with me sometimes too. I would teach in the morning, I'd come home, I'd teach at night. That's why my voice is permanently raspy, because of all those years of teaching so much and screaming so much. We didn't have microphones at the time either, so.
Over that time, we built a great community, and then over those next 2 years, even following that, we continued to grow, to a point where we're working out on flower pots and, outside
we'd like
with equipment.
We'd do stations where you'd go inside, then the door would go, and then there'd be stations outside and around, and then you'd circle back in and go inside, just because we didn't want to turn anyone away. That was probably like 2 years in, 2016 that we knew, 15
even? 2014, it was 2015 we started
looking
for a bigger space. We were moving and started building out the space, or at least looking for the space in 2015. And 2016 they started the construction process. We got in here in August of 2017 in our original space.
And then COVID.
And then
there was all that craziness. But then from there, after that, again, we still kind of continued to push through, and that's when we added the boxing studio, and then shortly after that, now we have the recovery studio too, so. I feel like leaving the BODI class, you're gonna feel energized. Those endorphins are going to be pumping, and you are gonna be feeling real good. Our tagline, I guess, has always been BODI, strength, conditioning, lifestyle. So we really put it into those 3 pillars. We have strength, which is obviously our strength workouts and our heavier lifting programs that we do in the second studio. Conditioning, which is our squat classes, our boxing classes, our lifestyle, that plays into our yoga classes that we have, and then the recovery. So thinking of those 3 pillars of strength, conditioning, lifestyle.
If you're new to BODI, I think the one thing is it's a very welcoming and supportive environment.
You can come here and get everything you need under one roof, and that's super special.